Okay.
So this is where the rally was going to be at. You guys are going to be behind this fence right here. Protesters were going to be behind this fence over here.
Oh, did you know, this is what we were informed, that they were going to require Antifa and Trump and pro-free speech people to mingle, which would have been the worst. That would be like a flour and it would be like baking soda and vinegar. That was announced at our press conference. The press conference took place in Pacifica, and then Antifa were informed about the location of the press conference. Our safety is constantly under attack. It's outrageous.
Your safety is not under attack.
Yes, it is.
Our safety is under attack.
What do you mean yours? When you're differentiating from ours?
San Francisco.
How?
But isn't
because
that
you guys are
just
coming
both
in.
pro and anti?
Well, hold on. Go ahead. How is San Francisco?
How is San Francisco under attack?
Yes.
Hold on, let me videotape this too.
Please do. We do this in part for our safety. We have to.
Yeah, no worries. I understand.
I'll tag you on this if you want.
Yeah, no, not a problem. I appreciate it.
Canines.
And it's got of course, my business shit on it too. But when you come into San Francisco, knowing name one rally you guys have had that has not had violence attached to it.
Sure. Alameda, Berkeley, April 27th. That's one.
One. How many rallies have you had?
So what do you mean, me like hosting my own?
How many rallies?
Oh, sure. Let's see.
Prayer had?
The Patriot Prayer?
Patriot Prayer, excuse me.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. At least three. One in Oakland. Not Oakland, excuse me. Portland. That was one I went to.
And there's always violence before or after.
Are you blaming the Patriot Prayer?
I'm not blaming it. What I'm blaming is anytime you guys show up, there's violence.
Okay, so are you blaming somebody?
We don't want this in San Francisco.
Okay, I don't want violence in San Francisco either.
Well,
I don't bring it. He didn't bring it. In fact, look here. This guy's nose was broken, and he got slashed in the face.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
So that's abuse?
Trump supporters, we don't have a problem with being a Trump supporter.
I would have to disagree. Not with you. I have no disrespect. I respect you, and you may disagree with my views, but you're listening to me. But Nancy Pelosi sure has a problem with it. Ed Lee sure has a problem with it. We have a police department which did not provide an assurance of safety, which required very violent elements from the left to be able to mix in.
Asked for that last night.
Asked for what?
You guys asked for police protection last night after you canceled and relinquished your permit for here.
Police protection?
I don't recall a permit being relinquished voluntarily. It was involuntary.
Yes, because you guys had the permit.
Okay, you keep saying me. I didn't organize it. So please make sure you distinguish that.
Patriot Prayer had the permit to be here at Christie Field.
Yes.
They had the security. You guys, I'm sorry, not you guys. So for the Patriot Prayer to get it, what they end up bringing, what the state of California brought to you guys, and I have no problem giving you guys a tour of what was going to happen. We're going to bus everybody in. You had the National Park Service. National Park Service is federal level, right? When you have federal level, every other agency has to come up. If the National Park Service says, we need San Francisco Police Department, we need private security, everybody has to say, okay.
Now, this is the third time I'm going to tell you this, and it's up to you to accept it. One of the rules that was mandated upon the Patriot Prayer was to allow Antifa to mingle with to allow extremists, violent extremists, to mingle with the other attendees. What they had wanted to do prior was to vet all extremists, neo-Nazi, KKK, Antifa, and that was taken away from them. And because of that being imposed on Patriot Prayer, they canceled it because they could not ensure the safety at that point. Antifa has routinely brought violence and destruction. You're making a correlation. We come somewhere, there's violence. But the causation is from these leftist thugs who want to silence free speech, who are not interested in discussion. So you have to go to that level. So I don't know why you're not seeing that distinction.
To go to that level.
To show the distinction, which I've just outlined to you.
Understand, like, when somebody says something and you're offended, you understand that people are going to say stuff that's going to offend anybody, you know? If I say something, it might offend you. You might say something that offends me.
Yeah.
You know?
But when the rally comes in, and up until recently, Antifa, or excuse me, Joey, wrong.
Gibson.
wrong two to put together, right? Antifa and Joey. And I apologize.
Gibson, Joey Gibson.
So when Joey, until recently, denounced extremists, all the extremists.
He's been denouncing them.
But he hasn't denounced them. He wanted to come in.
He just did.
Exactly.
And he did before. When I mean by just did, we're talking about the suddenness of it. Pacifica, there was a press conference 2 hours ago.
I know. What I'm talking about is when he was bringing this here.
Bringing what here? Bringing what here?
Bringing what here? Extremists on both sides.
He didn't bring them. See, there you go. Wrong.
No,
I gotcha.
That's
So
just
he has
sticking
the
up for
power.
Joe.
Did you hear that? He
He
said,
has the power to bring. Yes, he does.
no, he doesn't.
Yes,
So
he
that's
does.
a lie.
Hold on. That's not.